Hello, and thanks for clicking on this video. Over the last couple of weeks, I've worked with quite a few clients and colleagues who have talked to me about B2B sales, and they're struggling a bit in terms of their focus while they're in discussions with the customer. They kept wanting to jump around, talk about contracts, talk about pricing, all that sort of stuff. So for the next couple of minutes, I just want to talk about my top 4 tips for B2B sales. So the first one is, it's all based on the customer-centric approach to business, right? So the first one though is that a B2B sales is actually a process. And the first thing we need to do is match how we're engaging with the customer with how the customer buys. What is their process? Every organization buys differently. We need to understand that process up front and then mirror that process and provide the information and the conversations and the dialogue on the way through that matches the process of how the customer buys. That's the first point within that first one. The second thing then is that there is the stages of selling. And the first one is about building rapport. Okay, so we don't have to be friends with our clients, or they don't have to be your best buddy. It's not about that. People buy from and engage with who they know, like, and trust. So they need to know you, they need to get to like you, but they need to be able to trust you. And the trust comes in the capability or the solutions that you can provide. And that's going to be based on understanding their pain, their needs, and what they're trying to achieve. So we work through then those stages of the sales process that are mirroring the buyer's process and the buyer's buying process. Key thing for B2B sales is that we don't jump around within those processes, within those stages of the process itself. We must stay within each phase. So in other words, we fully understand their needs, their pains, and the results they're trying to achieve before we start demonstrating capability. We don't go on to try and obtain commitments before we have fully agreed with those customers that the demonstration of the capability matches the challenges and the problems that they're trying to resolve. When we've done that, the next logical step then is to start talking about how we engage or the commitments that we can make. So the first tip is about B2B sales is a process, and within that it's going to be aligned to the customer's buying process, and also we stay within each phase of that as we go. And the objective is to move from one phase to the next once we complete it. So the second tip is about what is the objective really of B2B sales. It's not closing a deal, it's not closing a customer. What it is opening a relationship. And what it is also then about is opening a relationship with customers that will become promoters. The last thing we want is to force customers to close a deal, sign a contract, try and go and deliver the work, can't be achieved, and you end up with a detractor. That's a worst case scenario, even though a sale's been made. The third tip from me is that we never tell the price until we have explained the value. Price has to have a context. Okay? If I'm going to buy myself a new laptop, is it $500? $5,000. It's irrelevant until we know the context of what I'm trying to do with that laptop. If a business is going to put in place a CRM system, the price of software licenses or even some of the hardware that might be required or upgraded to match what they can do with the CRM system, it is irrelevant until we know the results that the organization and the business is trying to achieve by having a CRM system. Then the price has a context. And the fourth tip is that people do not care about what you do. So stop telling everyone about your features and advantages of all the stuff that you can do, all the great things that your system or your solution offers the customer. They don't care. They only care about what it can do for them. So what we need to do here is fully understand that context, fully understand what it is they're trying to achieve, and have relevant conversations and dialogue about the features and the benefits of the solutions or the products or the services that matter to the customer, and only those ones. Because they don't care about what you do, they only care about what you can do for them. So I hope these 4 tips are going to be helpful. Go out and start applying them. It's all about being customer centric, and it's all about applying that approach to how we do business. Thank you for watching.